Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to FC Destiny here after a short break over the weekend with Crystal Palace. This is episode 57 with the Firebirds. If you haven't subscribed already, feel free to do so if you want, and join our ever-growing family here. And if you enjoy the video, make sure to show your support and smash that like button below. A big shout out to Spam Filter, who's been commenting on every episode as he's been catching up with this series, all 56 episodes up until this point. Big shout out to him. Now he's all caught up, so welcome to the present day, my friend. And a shout out to Luntu, who I like giving shout outs to. He's given Duophone a new nickname that I love, He Who Answers the Phone. Sounds like a dark nickname from Game of Thrones of some sorts, but a new nickname has also surfaced for Nikolai Ziverdins in this career mode. I introduce to you the Latvian Batman. He is the vengeance, he is the knight, he will bring justice to world football and do it in style. Now, your player of the episode from episode 56, Aziz Rahman. He won us the Carabao Cup again with his goal. It's funny, we've played 2 Carabao Cup finals, won both of them exactly 1-0, and Azizi scored the goal in each final, off of an assist from Josh Nesbitt in both finals. Pretty cool. He also scored in the final minute to complete a comeback against all odds against an unreal PSG lineup and send us to our first ever Champions League quarterfinal. We're going to push his 81 to an 82 overall, just over that development line, and we're going to give him the technical play style, which he hasn't had yet. So, I'm sure you're wondering what's on tap this episode. We're just about into April and May, nearing the end of this season, and you know what? Grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's have an honest conversation about this career mode at this point. Here, I'll even put some music on while we talk. Here's the honest truth. I have no idea if this is going to be the final season of this year's series or not. This team now has a bit of a Cinderella run feel to them in the Champions League, and that's what it's all about. That's why we all love the Champions League so much, until Real Madrid inevitably finds a way to end that run every year. Hold on, I haven't seen Real Madrid yet in the Champions League. Where are they? I wonder if they got knocked out of their group in the Champions League. Let's check the Europa League and see if they're there. I don't see. Oh my god, there they are! Look at that! Real Madrid are in the Europa League, and I'm sure everybody that's not a Real Madrid fan can love seeing that. It's been a lot of heartbreak on my end from those greedy bastards. However, back to what I was saying. I know we got pretty lucky against PSG, and are honestly riding a bit of a high right now in the Champions League. There's a better chance, though, that we get knocked out before we reach the final, or even win it this season than not, which would mean, if we did get knocked out, that we're going to play Season 10. That would be the last season next season, and push for the Champions League crown or bust next season. But who knows? All I'm saying is there's a wide range of possibilities in this episode, as you see with this What's on Tap this episode plan here. We may go on a run and win the quarterfinals, which would mean that we force another episode this season in May and play the semis and then hopefully eventually the final. Or honestly, if we get knocked out in the quarterfinals, this could be the final episode of season 9, and we would just finish off our Premier League season if we do get knocked out. But you know what? Let's see what happens. We're gonna sim against Brighton and play the Derby of the North to kick off this episode, so come on. And in the sim against Brighton, a 1-1 draw. We get a point here on the road, and Nico scores. And can I just say, look at how tight the standings are in the league, with 10 matches to play, and our match against the league leaders coming up at home. We're 8 points away from them, but we're only 3 points away from Arsenal, who are in 5th now. I don't know if we're gonna have a chance to push for the league title, but things are getting spicy regardless. And this one's gonna decide a lot. It's the top 2 teams in the league, the top 2 teams defensively this year, statistically in the Premier League. 2 incredible starting lineups. You see Barrow Town are starting Fabio in this one here at the Furnace. I'm sure it's going to be another entertaining encounter with those lads from the Northeast. Let's get into it. Come on, lads. I feel like Newcastle have like all of the most expensive players you can have in career mode. Enzo Fernandez, all these great young attackers up front, and then they've got Morgan Egan Riley at right back. I gotta stop talking about them sarcastically. Oh my god, come on. Early on too. This dude Guiri is actually the current Golden Boot leader in the Premier League. I think that's his 23rd goal of the season of all the guys they have scoring goals. Crazy start. What a finish for him. This is good passing. Mamba to Manga. We might get our answer right away. What a block from Tapsoba. It's a nice pass to Boucher. Manga with the strength. What a tackle by Iker Roman. And we got to be careful of Jongsu Joe here. Good pace from the Firebirds to track back defensively. Look at this transition defense. This is just pace versus pace in this matchup. Nice job, Bali Mumba. Elliott over the top to Manga. Forward we come again. It's Yusu Manga. Crossing it in. Guys in the middle, but well defended by Ruben Diaz. Pressure is good from Barrow Town's midfield and attack, but Newcastle are working through it right now. Working around it, I should say, but Boucher intercepts. And we can't get it forward. Guiri gets by Tingling. He's in again. It's 2 for Newcastle. God. He's not even that quick. They're just getting the breaks right now. And he's got 2. We're down 2 early here. God, come on. Great touch here from Azizi Rahman. Getting around Moreau. And still, but look at how fast Moreau is. Not one dribble move is putting him off too much. Nisbet into Elliott. Oh, good tackle. Had a boy, Augustine Hiai, no foul there, and here comes the pacey Argentinian using his pace. Running by the defense, and it's gonna stay in play. Okay, cut it back. Give it to Josh Nisbet, come on. Nisbet in towards Manga. Diaz is obviously there. Good tackle, Bali Mumba. The pressure from Newcastle gets to us again here. Oh my god, Masamba saves that one. Could have been a first half hat-trick for this lad. They are relentless and unbelievable with the ball. We have to be so careful, but we can counter off of their corner. And it's Josh Nisbet. I love when he goes on breaks like this. It's always against all odds. Look at the Newcastle bodies and look at ours. Harvey Elliott has it. Goes for goal, and that's one of our first shots of the game. Probably our first. And it's halftime, 2-0 to the bad guys. Got to mount a comeback in this second half. It's going to have to be a good one. Come on, win this back, Harvey Elliott. There you go. The header, and Manga can go forward. Yusu Manga reading the defender well, and Harvey Elliott picks it up and gets it forward to Ziverdins. That's a great ball here. Nikolai goes for the miraculous. I'm just trying to get shots off. That makes sense. This Newcastle team is just so unbelievably fast at transitioning back defensively, even when we work the ball well. Nice tackle, Josh Nisbet, and they win it back. They always have a guy in position to do so. Throws it out to Bali Mumba. See if we can create attack here. Come on, Bali, over the top to Manga. Good patience here to Elliott, to Ziverdins. Nikolai getting around Diaz and Moreau, and God, they are so freaking fast defensively. Nikolai wins it back, though, and crosses it in towards Rahman. We're creating a little bit more of a chance here. Nisbet wins it back, and they win it right back. Tingling not beaten by Joe. Great defending from Odell. Oh my god, Masamba gives it away. Great block, Odell. This is look at the pressure from Newcastle. Fabio blocks. They're right on the case again, though. They win it back and shoot it. This isn't real soccer. This is freaking bullshit. Nisbet. Oh, to Rahman. That's a nice ball off of the throw in here. Rahman. Good patience. Elliott. Oh, what is that touch? Harvey had a chance there. Good tackle. Come on, can we please keep it this time? Oh my god. Roman's pressing well. And we're bringing on reinforcements here. Francis Paul. We got Quack Gun coming in. Will any of it matter at all, though? Hiai. That's pretty incredible there from Augustine Hiai. Using his pace. I didn't see that guy there, but Hiai with the relentlessness. I had a feeling it might work out. Step overs. Hiai to Ziverdins. Come on, baby. Nico into the middle. Tapsoba. How are you that quick? Oh my god, they just continuously work the ball and very rarely lose it. This has just been a ridiculous effort from Newcastle today. And they're going to sweep us here 2-0. They get the better of us. To be fair, we've gotten the better of them quite a few times in this rivalry since we joined the Premier League, but today it's all Eddie Howe's men. They beat us down. And what does that mean for the league as we head into April? It's looking all but decided at this point. Man City keep pace a little bit, stay 8 points behind, but now the Firebirds have fallen to 11 points behind with just 9 matches left in the league. If anything, we should really just be worrying about securing a Champions League spot for next season, if anything in the league. Going for that league title seems like it's all Newcastle this season. Again, what a juggernaut they've turned into. But the big news on our calendar is our quarter-final matchup in the Champions League has been decided. We are going to be facing Roma, the Italian club. Bayern's going to get Dortmund in a German matchup. Milan faces Newcastle, two of the best teams left in the Champions League. And then the Italian side, Cinderella Monza, face Man City. But let's keep simming before we go face Roma. And in the sim, not great news. It's a loss against Leicester City of all clubs, one of the bottom 3 teams right now. We put some reserves out there, mixed with some starters, and it just didn't work today. And then it's 3 goals for Brentford, 3 goals for Barrow Town in a draw. A high-scoring one where we see Nico, Quack Gun, and Ballimumba score. And I decided to sim the Arsenal match, and of course that's the one we win after 2 disappointing results in the league. Let's see what those standings look like now before we face Roma. And it was a rare loss for Newcastle this past week against West Ham. We beat Arsenal and Man City drew, so the Firebirds are back into a Champions League spot after a little bit of a slip there at the beginning of April. But it is very, very tight for a Champions League spot next season. I'm gonna play our next Premier League match and show you the highlights against Aston Villa. That'll be a big one. But for now, it's time to shift our focus to the Champions League. So here is the all-exciting time when we get a chance to look at their lineup. We're gonna go with what I think is our best. We're still gonna start Tayata over Fabio. I just don't think Fabio's overtaken Arthur just yet. Arthur's been so big for us in so many big matches. But looking at Roma, a setup I don't really ever see in career mode, like a 3-5-2 with Nicholas Jackson up front and this Dutch region Van Duiven, and then it's Duranville and Ahmed on the wings. Ahmed is the Riyad Mahrez region, both very good. Then they've got 2 very attacking midfielders in Carvalho and Ezzi in the midfield. The Italian Prati, Gabriel is one of their center backs. I feel like I just played against him with Arsenal. But this team is very good. Both teams very deserving of a quarterfinal berth here in the Champions League. We're in Rome in the first leg. I'm gonna play it and then show you the highlights afterwards. So let's see what happens when in Rome. Come on, lads. Alright, this was an excellent match all around. Early on, the Firebirds kept the ball a lot, played very well, got a chance through Axel Boucher, who rocketed this one too high, but a great effort. And then an unbelievably quick turn from Fabio Carvalho. Masamba, first of many saves here. Really clutch one. And then we skip ahead to the second half, through ball from Yusu Manga. Nikolai Ziverdins, look at that pressure to win it back and calmly decide to smash it past the keeper for our first goal of the match. And then Masamba saved us. We did get a chance, but it didn't show up in the highlights, so I can't show it to you. But another great save from Masamba late on here. And then finally, in the 90th minute, Arthur Tayata is picked off. Ahmed whips it into Ezzi and Njai at the near post. What a crucial save that could be. We're heading into the second leg up 1-0, lads. And it really was an even match for both clubs. Expected 1 goal, shots were fairly similar, possession was fairly similar. This match felt very even, very back and forth in both halves. Cannot wait for the second leg in Barrow, where we'll have the advantage. But before we face Rome at home in the second leg, we have a big score to settle in the league. If we want to return to the Champions League next season by finishing in the top 4, this is going to be a big one against Aston Villa in between the 2 quarterfinal legs. Aston Villa just 1 point behind us, so a draw or win today would keep us ahead of them. So that's what we're going to try to do, and I'm going to show you the highlights from this one after I go and play it. Early chance for Villa, really early chance. Absolutely perfect through ball. Jimenez gets the shot off and Duafone saves. Gave a lot of secondary players starts in a big match today, knowing we have a bigger match against Roma coming up, in my opinion. But Duafone early. And then it was Nico here in the highlight reel. There were other chances that we created. We played well today, even though Villa kept a lot of the ball. But this chance just went wide for a big number 99, but it was in the 63rd minute that Marco Franco passed it to Nico, who let it run beautifully, so calmly, smashes it into the other side of the net, beating the Villa keeper, And that was it for the day. A huge win for our boys. Almost securing our top 4 spot with a good amount of matches left, but this is a big one. This only other chance that Villa got was here. Good defensive effort, really good job to just see this game out and let Nico do his thing and win us another match. And you see our stats, you would think that all of our starting 11 who started against Roma played today, but with Roma in the midweek, we gave some of them a rest, trusted these players that we've brought in to be great rotation players to do a job today, and they delivered. Marco Franco was great today, Leighton Clarkson, Weston McKinney, all had huge matches and a big start today for the lads. So you see here, like I said, big win for Barrow Town in terms of top 4 hopes. Definitely not over yet, but a very, very nice victory in terms of where we're going to be at in the standings. Now, let's shift our focus back to Europe. 2 outstanding lineups. You saw them in the first matchup. 2 very even teams, I must say. And you know the scenario. The Firebirds have a 1-0 lead here, heading to Barrow to host Roma. A trip to the semi-finals of the Champions League on the line if we can draw or win today. Can we continue to make history for our great club here? Come on, lads! And just a reminder, if we do win or draw, and we do advance today to the semi-finals, we're going to kick off next episode with the semi-finals, and that'll cap off this episode. This could be a really good ball over the top here. Hiai! That's brilliant from our Argentinian. Oh my god, Axel Boucher. The ball of dreams to Bali Mumba. Really good. It's Zivergadins. Forward. Great ball here. Rahman's in, but he is offsides. That would have been quite the start. Harvey Elliott comes away with it, though. That's huge. Gets it forward to Zivergadins. If he can win this header and knock it down to Yusu Manga, he could take it forward a little bit here. No way Fabio Carvalho is defending that well. Manga forward to Zivergadins. Gets the shot off. It was open. Nisbet. Great job. Zivergadins across to Rahman. 1-0 today. 2-0 on aggregate. That's a big one here in the quarterfinal. Really nice job from Josh Nisbet to cut it back. Nico to play it across the goal, and Rahman. That's a great finish. Oh, shoot. Teata didn't have enough time to react, and Jackson wins it back. Tingling. Not close enough to Jackson to make the tackle. He is fast, and he just runs out of play. Mumba across the pitch to Hiai. Fullback to fullback, and Hiai is going to look down the line for Azizi Rahman. Rahman off to Josh Nisbet. Over the top to Zivergadins. Not enough on it, but another look for the Firebirds here. Hiai again forward off of a ball from Bali Mumba. Nisbet has it. Nisbet still with it. To the middle to Elliott, who takes a touch, as he's not going to defend that well. Still has it here. Boucher off to Elliott. Rama, oh my god, what's happening? Juve makes the save. It was such good movement again. Oh, good interception by Boucher. The deflection finds Roma, and Teata's there to defend. Brilliant. This is good passing here. Elliott to Nisbet. Nisbet over the top. There's Nikolai Zivergadins. Juve, you just stopped one of the best goals we could have scored in this one. That was perfect. God, what an asshole. But with that said, 2-0 on aggregate, just where we want to be with a half to go. And it was pure Firebird dominance in the first half. Awushi Adu's got to be loving what he's seeing. Just a half from the semi-final of the Champions League. As he looking to do something dangerous here. Nicholas Jackson knocking it forward, and Bali Mumba step for step with him. Brilliant. Come on, Hiai wins it. Augustine Hiai. So far, so good. Oh, that's just good timing there. I thought it was going to be off, but Rahman, that's not good. The pressure is outstanding from Barrow Town right now. Roma just trying to find a way through, and Harvey Elliott wins it back. Nisbet by Carvalho, who's on the ground, and Josh Nisbet forward to Rahman. To Zivergadins, who lets it run. I thought Gabriel was going to fall for that, but no, good defending. More good pressure, though, and we're going to win this back. It's Boucher to Rahman. Rahman across. Boucher. Harvey Elliott. That's a brilliant pass there. God. Elliott Great dribbling here. Harvey Elliott over the top to Nikolai. There it is! Finally, the dam breaks again! And the Firebirds are all but going to the semifinals, baby. Just a perfect ball from Harvey Elliott here. Look at this. Absolutely wonderful. And a great finish off of the ball from our number 99, the Latvian Batman. Might be a chance for Roma here off of our goal. Seeing it out well right now, though. Teata on Carvalho. Pretty brilliant right now, and they've got nothing. Oh my god, Nico was a step from winning that ball back there. That's kind of how we've been pressuring. We've been all over them. Again, a step there, and we could have won that. Elliott wins it. Here we go. Harvey Elliott. We're going to look over the top for Rahman, and they do read that. Clarkson. That was outstanding defending. Quite the quarterfinal for the Firebirds. Pressure has been good from the first whistle here. And it should just be one clearance away from a semi-final. Of course it couldn't be a clean sheet. God, I hate this game sometimes. Alright, ref, just blow the whistle. Send us to the semi-finals of the Champions League. One step away from the final. Unbelievable run for the Firebirds here. That PSG comeback sparked it, and this Roma win was convincing. And we were led by that masked man seeking justice in world football. Oh yes. Wonder what his season numbers are up to at this point. This has got to be one of his highest totals of his career. 27 goals in all competitions, 10 assists for Nikolai, 37 goal contributions in 43 appearances. He has literally been doing it all this season. And in the last match of the month of April, we draw Nottingham Forest 0-0. More good defending and another clean sheet for Masamba. So these are what the league standings are going to look like heading into the final month of the season. 4 matches to play. West Ham lost, Aston Villa lost to Man City, so we actually gained a point even though we dropped points against Forest. But I'm sure you're wondering what our month of May looks like. Who are we drawn against in the Champions League semi-final? You see it there. It is AC Milan, 7-time winners of the Champions League. Our tour of Europe and the Champions League is not leaving Italy. They are probably the best team remaining, the other semi-final being Bayern, who were in our group to start off the Champions League, and Man City, who still have Haaland and Foden and are always dangerous. So honestly, any opponent is tough at this point. We're one step from the final of the Champions League, but you're gonna have to wait until next episode to find out if we get there or not. Next episode could be the finale of this series with Barrow Town, lads. It could also be the final episode of this season, leaving off for Season 10. Will our journey continue to the final? I guess we'll just have to find out. Until that next time, this has been Therios. You'll never walk alone.